Yo, what's going on, guys? Boy Cat the Clutch here, back for a YouTube video, man. Today we got when he realized everything was on video. Let's check it out.
In the morning on May 6th, 2022, officers in Rock County, Wisconsin were alerted about a hit-and-run incident. Police reports indicate that a white pickup truck collided into a Volkswagen Golf, pushing them off of the road.
It's pretty bad right there, I'm not gonna lie.
Images from the victim vehicle shows the damage caused, resulting in an estimated $9,000 repair that was determined to be a totaled vehicle, according to statements made by the victims on social media. After collecting statements from the crash victims, officers inquired nearby businesses about security footage that may have captured the incident. They were in luck. One business provided two angles that were able to capture the scene, using Google Earth and visual references from the security.
Usually companies do not really like releasing camera recording, so that's good that they did.
Camera, we were able to estimate their speed over the course of this 15-second interaction. At the beginning of their visual, both vehicles appear to be so close together it is difficult to tell that there's two of them.
Yeah. 46, 56, 57, 74.
According to the...
Dude, that was so bad. That was terrible. Let's check that out. Again, man. Oh my god, dude. That truck is so reckless. Thank God, man. Thank God they found that dude. What?
According to the police report, the occupants of the Volkswagen said they attempted to pass the truck in a passing area, but the truck continued to match their speed.
The Volkswagen tried...
and refused to let them in, causing them to go into the oncoming lane of traffic. The truck continued until eventually making contact and causing the accident before fleeing the scene. Notably, the police report states that the Volkswagen narrowly missed this tree on the opposite side of this building at what we estimate to be around 55 miles an hour, possibly evading death. In our review, the statement made by the victim vehicle is mostly true, as the speeds and positions of both vehicles support their...
And the crazy part about it is the truck wouldn't have even stopped, bro. That's the crazy part.
Claim. However, based on satellite imagery, they were not in a passing zone at the time, having just passed that area before the incident. These merging lanes prior to what is captured on video may have been the initial point of frustration between the drivers, as is noted by commenters on Facebook. Having obtained visual of the truck, the police department shared this post asking the public for help in finding the culprit. The Facebook post proved successful, as the report notes two individuals, one anonymous source and one apparent acquaintance of the truck driver, reached out to police. The acquaintance even called the driver out directly in the Facebook post themselves. The anonymous source shared that they knew the truck driver.
Bro, he said, "This your truck?" Yo, what the hell? Damn, bro, that's crazy, man.
Jason Erdmann and his truck through Jason's moving businesses. The source shared images of the truck's license plate, and when the investigators looked it up, they found it was reported stolen. The source also shared that Jason told them, quote, "I don't think I hit him. Maybe..."
Oh, snap. Never mind. Dude, that's crazy. Dude, it was stolen?
"I did," before indicating that he was going to leave town for a couple weeks. Investigators then visited Jason's address, a business he's associated with, and the address of Jason's family members, who could not provide Jason's location. The report indicates that Jason himself called dispatch operators and questioned them on why law enforcement was trying to contact him. During those calls, Jason refused to share his location. It was the following day that Jason's acquaintance reached out to police to provide more information, claiming Jason drives in an extremely aggressive manner, cutting off people frequently. Apparent strangers from Facebook recognized the same truck in the area as well, which is allegedly notorious for driving erratically. When the acquaintance went to tag Jason in the department's...
It'd be a lot of trucks driving like this, bro. The crazy part is it's always trucks, like, you know what I mean? It's always trucks, because I remember like, one time I was, like, driving, I was making a left turn into, like, a little neighborhood or whatever, like a little plaza or something like that. Like I was going home, and some dude in like some white truck. It was something like this. It was probably like Ram or Ford or something. And the dude was like he cussed him. He was like, you. And I was like, huh? Like, what did I do? And he just drove off. And then also another time where I drove, and then a truck turned like left. They were in like the yellow lane, and because I was driving and they couldn't make the turn without me passing them first, I passed them, and then the dude in the car just flipped me off. Like, it's always truck drivers, you know what I mean? Truck drivers be getting mad all the time. Is, you know what I mean? I don't know, dude. It's weird. It's SUVs half the time too, but like mainly trucks, probably because trucks probably feel like super powerful. You know what I mean? They feel like pretty untouchable because it's like such a big huge car. You know what I mean? Not all scenarios, but you know, I just feel like a truck is just like just you know what I mean? It's so strong because it's like really big.
Facebook post, he noted that Jason changed his last name on Facebook and
it just has like a lot of armor to it, but it flips easily though. But he changes his name.
wasn't sure why. Officers called Jason's number on that day as well.
Jason, this is Deputy DeBoer. I'm with the Rock County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
I'm looking to speak with you regarding an incident that happened yesterday and talk about it a little bit further. Where are you right now?
Talk about what?
So we have...
I know you guys have been harassing my family about
We're...
it.
Okay.
I was calling you guys last night. I never got a call back.
There was a hit and run yesterday, and we had a couple people call in and say that you may be the individual that was involved.
Okay. I mean, I wasn't in an accident yesterday or anything like that. I came home, did alignment on my truck. My truck's literally sitting in front of me.
Where are you at now?
I'm way up north by Nakusa.
When are you going to be back in town?
Probably Monday.
Are you okay if I set up
miles?
time to meet with you on Monday when you get back?
Yeah, y'all can come and take a look at the truck, but if you guys want to imply that I was in an accident, then you're going to be speaking to my attorney. There's no damage to the truck other than what my guys have done to the truck. I run a moving company.
But where are you in Nakusa then?
I'm just...
Wait, hold on. What did he say? Because
The truck is... I run a moving
I run a movie.
company.
But where are you in Nakusa then?
I'm just... Okay, what are you looking for from me here?
To
thought you
either put
repaired
this
the
thing
truck
to
or
rest
something.
that you weren't the one that was involved, or to verify, I would like to send a deputy from the agency up there to just go take photos of your truck and document any damage that there may be to it. Based on the accident and the video footage that I have, I know where the damage is going to be. If it's not you, then that's part of the investigation, and I was told yesterday that you were not giving your location out. That's why I'm contacting your family.
That's kind of ironic when nobody called me.
Well, they said that when dispatch talked to you, you wouldn't give your location out. But we're still doing an investigation, so we...
And that's fine.
Okay, so where are you at right now?
I'm up north right now, and on Monday, after I contact my attorney, then you guys can come out and take a look at the truck. Because I understand what you're trying to do. I was not in no accident. I'm not going to have you guys try and paint me into a corner here. I understand you got to do what you got to do, but...
So that's the part that I'm not totally understanding is I have a photo of the vehicle that I'm looking for, and
Right.
if it's not... If it...
It looks just like my truck. However, my truck has chrome rims. Those
Okay.
rims on that picture are black. I see plenty of people driving trucks that are white dudes. I understand what you're trying to do. I did see the picture.
I'm doing an investigation with the leads that I
Do you know how
have. So
easy, do you know
I mean,
how easy it would be to just change your rims? You know what I mean? Change your rims, change the paint on the truck or whatever. You know what I mean? Like this guy's acting like he's acting like he can't change it.
I mean, I get it. I understand that, but I also understand my rights.
Kind of making
and that
himself
is your
more
right, sir.
suspicious.
So I will talk to you on Monday.
2 days later, Jason agreed to let officers observe his truck at his address.
Hi, Jason. I'm Deputy DeBoer, Rock County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Adams. Here to talk to you. Just take pictures of the truck, take a look at things. So
There you go.
Yeah.
I was camping all weekend. Take your picture.
takes pictures. I mean,
Answer any questions.
you're not answering any questions.
Talk to my attorney about that one.
Okay. Do you have your ID on you just so I can verify?
Yep. No, I was camping all weekend. Really, my only frustration just comes from the fact that you guys harassed my family for 2 days straight before contacting me. But truck's right there, so take pictures, do what you gotta do.
So we go through leads that we get.
Oh, I saw
and
the
we
Facebook page.
Yeah,
I
and
follow
we
you guys'
eliminate them, and we don't.
Facebook.
I mean, we follow leads, and if they're not legitimate,
that's
then
fine. I don't have a problem with that. I know you guys gotta do what you gotta do. We're on the same boat, but
That's why we're here.
I was harassed. Well, not me. My family was harassed for 2 days.
well, we got to try to. I mean,
My
we
family
got to
was
branch
harassed
out
for
and
2 days
talk.
and
It's
nobody
not
called me.
harassment.
Because if I just call you and
My
talk,
sister in Connecticut.
I have somebody who just answered the phone. Go ahead.
who's that car registered to? It's registered to your sister in Connecticut and you, and it's expired in 2020. I ran it when I drove by. So if you want to argue that issue,
I'm not arguing.
I
I'm trying to
found
figure
a
out why
name
nobody
on this
contacted me.
vehicle, and I tried to contact it. That's all there was to it.
Well, I'm just confused on why nobody tried calling me.
We were trying to attempt to contact you,
There's a female
and then
that's coming
seeing
to the
contacting
door. Sounds
family
like she was
might have a
speaking.
good phone number for you, or
had my phone
find out where you're at, or hey, where can we meet with you?
Yeah.
And that's not harassment. It's attempting to
I mean,
make contact
I'm just
to you.
I'm just kind
with your-
of caught off guard because the
Right.
fact that my sister
I'm pretty sure
gave me
you're-
all of my information,
right.
all of it, and I still
pretty-
didn't get a call.
Okay.
I called Rock County after y'all called me.
When was that?
I called Rock County on Friday. Was it Friday night after my sister called
It
me?
might have been Friday night. I wasn't working.
I think you'd said that. Oh, I'm up north. And then you told the deputy when they asked, well, where can we meet you? We'll send somebody out there to take photos of your vehicle.
that's
You
not
said
what they said.
you told whoever it was you talked to that you're not going to tell them where you're at.
That's actually false.
Okay, then where are you at?
Camping.
Where?
And my physical address was right here, and I said.
All
they
right,
asked me-
then where were you camping
So
at?
they asked me for my address or my parents' address. I gave that to them.
Right. Okay. So where are you camping at?
Multiple places. Nakusa.
Okay, where at?
Nakusa.
Right. Where at Nakusa?
You don't need an address.
When did
Okay.
you head up there?
This is
I left Friday afternoon.
what time Friday?
Any more questions will go through my attorney.
That's rather odd.
That's fine. Truck's right here.
Right.
Dude, that's it. This is it right here. This is not it. Is this not the damage? Or is it? I mean, is this like blue paint from the Volkswagen? Or am I tripping?
As you can
Then
see-
I mean, I assume you already talked to your attorney, right?
And he said it was okay
Right.
for you guys to take
Then
pictures.
I'm pretty sure you also explained that contacting your family is not harassment.
You can take pictures of the truck.
And Jason, I also I have former employees of yours calling me, telling me that you drive aggressively. So I'm following a lead, whether it's you or not. I got to look at it further, and I got to. If you can give me where you traveled, I can eliminate you as a suspect. But that's what I'm saying. Like I have a vehicle that looks a lot like yours.
I understand
And-
that. No, I
okay.
get that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, after you guys said that, you can go on Facebook. Your guys' page shows everything.
No, I know, and some people contacted us and said it could be this guy, and we follow the lead. And if it's not, it's not, and if it is, it
I
is.
don't have a problem you guys doing that. Like, you can
Yeah.
take pictures of the truck, but it was the lack of communication on you guys' part trying to
Okay.
call me. You can laugh all you want.
No, a lack of communication on
And,
our
uh,
part
where'd
trying to
that car
call
go?
you.
Where'd that
Weird,
dog
but
go?
taking pictures. That right there, that bashed-in corner came from the cab corner of the trailer last year in Washington. Hey, if you guys know anybody that's looking for a car, parking it out.
This one in the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, motor's blowing on it.
He does have some damage down here. Are you denying that you were involved in this hit and run that you saw on
Questions will
Facebook?
go through my attorney. I've been
You can't say no.
I've been very clear about my stance on this.
The far majority of the public doesn't take a stance like that. That's all.
That's fine, but I know what you're fishing for, and I
Fishing
understand
for
my
what?
truck looks similar to the one you guys posted on your Facebook page.
It's like Deputy Debo
See, the
said.
thing is, if this guy did say no, which he already did say earlier, it wasn't him. But if this guy said no, then he would come out as a liar because he is a liar. You know what I mean?
You were
We'll do
trying
an
to imply that
investigation,
I was
and then-
involved in-
Now he's scared to say no because he knows he did it. He just doesn't want to say he did. You know what I mean? He's scared. Look at him. He's spooked like he's seen a ghost.
in an accident.
No, I asked you. I just asked you if you're going to deny that you were in it.
I
That's
was
all.
not in any accidents. If that answers your question, anything other than
It does. What do you mean
you'll be
if
talking
it
to my
does?
attorney.
It does answer the
If you
question.
wanted to see about a photo of the plate of this, and I don't know, maybe call some campgrounds up there in the Goose or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Outside.
just get the plate of the camper, and maybe I'll have that on record for the campgrounds
Yeah.
or something like that. I can come back and ask.
It's all right. I'm not gonna push it any further today.
Thanks, Jason. You have any questions for us?
Okay, thank you.
Officers continued to investigate security and traffic footage to uncover Jason's whereabouts. They discovered Jason's truck traveling in areas that could put him at the scene of the crash. Most importantly, officers were able to obtain license plate information from certain images to confirm it was the same truck. However, those images also showed that Jason had at some point changed out identifying parts of his vehicle, notably changing his gold bumper.
This is literally what this is literally what I just said. This is what I literally just said, bro. This guy's, he was acting like a kid because he's like, oh, you come look, I have chrome rims. Like, dude, like, who do you think you are, dude? You think you're like Scooby-Doo to like switch out, like, hide your evidence or something, dude? Honestly, the smartest thing you could have done was completely just throw the car away. That's the smartest thing you could have done. Just, you know what I mean? Just put it in the middle of a dirt field and just throw it away. That would have been the smartest thing. But obviously, you know, no one's going to do that because a car is a car. You know what I mean? It's too valuable. So this guy's trying to be smart. Oh, I'm not trying to lose my truck that I harass people with. You know what I mean? That he freaking road rages and hit and runs people. This is probably another day to him. You know what I mean? He probably switches his bumper every other day. You know what I mean? Who knows? But he just happened to get caught off the camera, which I'm glad he did. You know what I'm saying? Because that, bro, there's no reason you should hit someone like that and just drive off. You know what I mean? But yeah, he changed his part. That's crazy, dude.
Into a chrome one, where most of the damage from the crash would have been sustained. This information gave officers enough probable cause for a search warrant. Nearly a week after the crash, officers returned back to Jason's address to follow through with the warrant.
Let's roll up on it.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's like a movie right here.
4304.
4304.
Glad y'all watching this with me, man.
Hello. I'm gonna have you come back down to the car here with me, okay?
All right. Something to help you with?
Yeah, Detective Bureau's gonna explain that here. Go ahead and just rest your butt right down on the hood of the car there. Put the phone in your pocket if you would, please.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason. Could you go
I'm Bo Douglas. I'm a detective with the Sheriff's Office, okay? The reason why we're here is I just want to explain to that, okay? Is there anybody else at the house currently? Just my pets. Just your pets? Okay. So we have a search warrant for the residence, specifically your truck, your camera equipment, and your cell phone. That is this right here, okay? But I want to explain this to you just so you have an understanding, okay? We know there's this hit and run crash that occurred on 14, and I know this truck's involved. We're going to examine it further for that. Okay, the situation is this. There was no injury. We know what occurred there. We know what the other driver was doing. We know everything about that.
The officer is likely not just referring to the other driver passing in a no-passing zone, but also highlighting that the driver was charged with driving on a suspended license, an offense they have committed 9 times in less than 3 years, according to court records.
The problem is we either got to get in front of this, you got to get in front of this,
Dang, man,
and go
that's
from
crazy.
there, or it gets to be dragged out a lot longer.
The other dude had like some stuff going on too, pretty much.
And we think about the totality of the situation. It's not just your involvement, it's their involvement, and all that gets worked out in court. But we
Basically
got
what
to
they-
have the cooperation
Basically, what they did was also bad too.
and the honesty. There's more than 5 cameras that saw this truck all the way past North Wash. We know you have cameras here. We had multiple people call in about your vehicle, and that's where we're at today. We're looking for cooperation. If you're willing to do that, we can sit down and talk and do that.
As long as I got my attorney present,
You want your attorney present?
I would prefer that.
And who is that?
Well, he texted me his information here just last week. He got me off guard.
Okay.
Scott McCarthy.
Scott McCarthy? Okay. What we can do, is that your cell phone?
Yeah.
Can I take that out? Thank you. So that's part of what we have right here in this warrant. We're going to take the truck, then we're going to grab your surveillance equipment, and we're going to look for any car parts associated with that truck in this house. Okay? All that will be left on this search warrant copy. It'll be left in your residence.
When do I get my truck back?
It has to be processed, so I don't know. There's no time frame. We're going to get a search warrant for it once it leaves here, and then we'll go that route if that's how you want to run it. So.
I just prefer to have my attorney present.
Okay, I understand, and that's certainly your right. We can set something up for you to meet with us at the sheriff's office with your attorney if you want to talk.
Who's gonna cover for this guy right here? You know what I mean? This guy knows he's in the wrong. I mean, who's really gonna cover for this guy? You know what I mean? Like, you guys are both gonna lose money. You know what I'm saying? the attorney might. The attorney is not gonna get nothing. Like he might get some money out of you, but he's not gonna get nothing. And you're just gonna lose your own money.
But like I said, this is the route it's going to go, and we're at this point with taking this truck and going from there.
Can I sit down with you in private?
Sure.
Will that be fine?
If you want to talk in a squad, we can do that.
Can we go inside and talk?
We haven't been through the house to make sure there's nothing in there.
It's just the dog and cat.
How about this? If we're able to clear that.
What difference does it make, dude? This guy's so sketchy, bro. Like, bro, look at him, bro. He's like, you can't trust this guy. This guy does hit and runs, bro. Like, this guy's bonkers, bro.
The house real quick, then we can sit down and talk in there.
Sit in the garage.
Okay, let's do that. I didn't want to make a big deal in front of all your neighbors. I mean, you live here, this is your place, but there's obviously questions I have for you. And if, like you said, you're not under arrest, this is a warrant for the truck.
I understand that. I'll admit to it.
We can go in and clear it quick.
Okay.
Thing was, is I didn't hit anybody. That's the thing this reason why I was there, yes. I'll admit to it. I didn't hit anybody. It wasn't a road rage incident. When I was going down that road, somebody was turning right.
I'm going to give you this back quick. We're going to go in and just make sure nobody else is inside.
That's fine.
Okay.
Nobody else is inside, right?
Dog's friendly?
Should be.
Okay.
I can't say too many people go in there without me there, so.
Fair enough. What kind of dog is it?
Doberman.
Doberman?
Is there two?
A cat.
Just a cat?
Cat might be more vicious.
That's the one we gotta watch.
Yeah.
Sheriff's office, anybody inside?
Officers searched the residence but found nothing of interest.
Hi, puppy.
Outside of a Doberman who seemed interested in helping them find whatever they were looking for.
Someone 14.
So he basically already admitted that he basically did it. You know what I mean? In simple terms.
Coming out of the intersection, and I knew that it went down to 1. So there was a car up there that was about to turn. That's when the car come flying up around me, because it's a no passing zone right there.
Jason reasons that an uninvolved vehicle turning in front of him caused him to unknowingly sway towards the illegally passing Volkswagen into the gravel on the opposite side of the road. However, the security footage shows no vehicle in front of Jason's truck turning right.
I'm not expecting that.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting a car there. At that point in time, I saw them hit the gravel, and then by the time I turned back right, they were already sideways, right in front of me. So I hit the brakes. So that's why there's no damage to my truck, because I never physically hit them. I hit the brakes, they turned sideways, darted across the road.
I mean, in this situation, I think they were kind of like both in the wrong, bro. They're both actually in the wrong, bro. You know what I mean? This guy probably shouldn't have turned into the passing thing or whatever because he couldn't pass. And this guy definitely shouldn't have done that. Like, they're both driving like just idiots, bro.
Down into the ditch, they missed the tree, and then I saw them turn left and stop right there. Not stopping, I'm leaving, because that was bullshit. That's why I'm like, I was freaking out, not wanting to say anything, because it's like, I didn't physically hit anybody, but the way it all kind of accumulated, it looks really bad. There was no road rage.
No, you did hit him. Whether you think you did or you didn't hit him, you did hit him. You came in contact with his vehicle, and you're going to sit here as a grown man and say, I didn't hit anybody. Do you not realize you hitting another car is you hitting someone inside of a car? Like, do you not realize that?
Incident, I wasn't angry by no means. I literally just filled up my LP tank to go camping for the weekend, and then I had to get home, get the camper ready, and hook up to go get my daughter. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. When I saw that, I'm like, yeah, in my mind, these people, they want to drive like that. So that's why I just went home.
There's no basement, right?
No, you're looking at.
See, now he tells this sheriff that, but like when the other cops were here like a week ago, you know what I mean? He didn't tell them nothing.
Okay.
That's why I just went home.
So the driver itself said there was 2 different impacts with your vehicle.
You got the vehicle right there.
All right. Is that the same bumper that was on it that day? Okay. When did you replace the gold bumper that you had on it?
That was
4304 resident secured 904.
It's been a while.
Like how long?
Even Davis is
Again, if you changed it after the fact, we want to know about it now because we're going to find out.
Right.
We have a date of when this truck had
Exactly.
a,
In other
a
words,
gold
you
bumper on
screw it
it.
regardless,
I know
bro.
a date. I
You
have
lie or
pictures
not,
of
you
proof.
might as well tell the truth.
So, was it changed last weekend?
I pulled the bumper off my 08 that I have.
Okay, and that's that one there?
Yeah.
Okay, where is the gold bumper at?
It's in my camper.
Okay.
Yep. And the reason I did that is because it does have damage on it from previous hits and bumps. You can see it.
Okay.
It has yellow paint on it from hitting a bumper because of the guys. And I was scared that, like, okay, well, the second that you guys see that, it's just going to be boom, 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 blame me, it's all me, and I'm just going to keep getting in more and more trouble. I'm panicking, I'm freaking out, so I just swapped it. But yes,
Okay.
I do have it.
It's a minor injury crash.
Well, duh. We everyone knew. You know what I mean? Everyone just already knew. So you don't even have to say that. So you're just a really bad liar, and you shouldn't have got an attorney because you'd have been screwed regardless.
With no loss of life or anything like that, okay? But you're doing good with getting past this because that's what's best for you. The cover-up part of it, I'm just telling you, is the problem that gets people in these hit-and-run cases.
That's why I'm trying to be honest with you right now.
Right. I know you said you weren't involved and you were up north to Deputy DeBoer, but...
Well, I was up north.
But at the specific time of this crash, you weren't. So,
right, but nobody asked me specifically at that time.
Exactly.
And I get that. I get it. But that's why I'm trying to be honest with you, because that
yes.
makes me feel like...
Yes.
I feel like you're not trying to badger me right now.
No, and one thing is all this gets worked out through the court process and not necessarily you or I, at this time. So you switched out the bumper. What other parts did you switch out, or was that it?
That was it. It was just the bumper.
Oh, good, he's talking.
Sounds like he's already confessed the portion of it. Admits he was driving.
I mean, I'll even show you. Like, you can see it. Like, I'm not worried about it. And I'll show you what I was talking about, like what I was fearful over.
Ooh. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I see it there. Ooh, not gonna clear that.
I see the yellow paint and everything. A few weeks ago, they ran into one of those yellow gas station bumpers.
Right.
And that was what I was fearful of.
And this is the 08, or this is the new stuff from last Friday.
I don't believe I made contact with him. Like, it was to the point where I hit the brakes, and then I literally hit the brakes as soon as he cut across.
Okay. Is it something where you might not necessarily feel it?
It's a dually pickup truck, so it has a very solid stance, but...
Right. The car on the right, you said that was turning on the crossroad. Describe that car to me.
It was so far ahead of me. That's the last thing on my mind. I just know that there was a car a ways ahead, and then as I was coming up, I saw them had their blinker on. They were turning right, so I went to veer out to the left to go around them. There was no coming traffic, so I only went over about maybe 3 feet-ish.
Okay.
It could have been more.
And they hooked right. Why?
See, this guy right here is probably like the definition of a pathological liar. Because he's doing anything he can to keep lying and lying and lying. Basically lying his way out of a situation. You know what I mean? Deny type of thing. And there wasn't a car on the right making a turn or had their blinker on the camera footage. So he's already coming out as a liar. So pretty much everything he's saying is invalid.
Section right there, and they were in the gravel at that point in time.
Okay. Obviously, yeah, like you said, we know it's a double yellow. We know nobody should be passing there.
Right.
There was video at Thiele's
Right.
that actually captures the whole incident.
Right.
I don't recall a vehicle turning right onto F. That would have been...
There was a car there turning right.
Was there any kind of beef between you and that VW
No.
at the intersection?
No, because like when I come out of that intersection, there was a car right next to me. I was in the right lane, and I was actually going to go slow anyways, and then they were going slower, so I sped up to go around them. Just had more pace than them, I guess. And then at that point in time, I just did the speed limit, and I was going down the road.
Do you think that upset him, of why you snuck by him right there at the 2-to-1 lane? What we'll do today, I appreciate your honesty and cooperation. That's going to help you the long run. Like you said, it's the best for you to move past this situation. Are you on probation or anything like that? No. Okay. We still have to take the bumper and...
Nah. The thing with people who drive is, they kind of carry this ego where they don't want people to drive faster than them or past them. And if you're one of those people, bro, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you shouldn't be getting mad. you shouldn't be getting mad. You shouldn't be starting beef, and you shouldn't be fighting over stuff like that. At the end of the day, everyone's just driving to get somewhere, or they're just, they're just trying to be safe and do it for their own amusement, unless if they're purposely trying to, crash or something. But I don't think people are purposely trying to, but some people do drive really bad.
And probably the truck for a little bit.
That's my only means of transportation.
I understand, and I want to work with you on that. If you allow us to download the phone, we can work with you on that as well.
Well, that one I'm going to go through my attorney on. This privacy. I got personal information on there.
Okay. Okay. And that would be just a search warrant then is all we would do for that. We're going to gather the parts and probably the truck and the security system here. Okay. My plan for you is there will be charges associated to your involvement. I understand what you're explaining to me, but I can book and release you on those charges today. I have to take you to the facility, though, at the jail, and we'll book and release you on those. That passenger, I don't know if you saw that oak tree, but it's very close to where that car went through that ditch in front of Todd Thiele's. She just had some injuries to her lower body. The vehicle I can work with, it'll be held by the DA's request. So if they want it held for a period of time, it'll be held.
It's my main work vehicle.
I completely get it. And that's why we just want the cooperation that can help you go that route.
And my biggest fear is just the truck for work, and then my daughter.
Is she?
No. Your biggest concern isn't work. In this situation, your biggest concern is going to jail. If you're still prioritizing work before jail, you're kind of just using that as a scapegoat probably. And you brought up your daughter too, which you never brought up your daughter's whole interaction. It feels like you're just looking for sympathy. But yeah, you should be focused on not going to jail.
She here or is she part-time, come here the weekend?
Well, I pick her up every Friday until Monday.
Okay.
That's my only transportation.
If you consent or if we can get a warrant done in the next 5 to 6 days, maybe the DA is willing to release it.
Go through it, do what you got to do, but I need that truck back. If I don't, that truck.
And I don't want to hinder your work. It's just this is
like I'm already going through bankruptcy, so if I miss out on any more work,
it's stressful for you. I get it.
If it's gone for even a week, it puts me out of business.
I'll make some phone calls on that. I'll try and work with you on that. I can't say for sure one way or another at this point right now, but with the cooperation that you're willing to provide, we may be able to go with that and return it to you.
I need my truck.
We'll talk. Our supervisor should be coming out here, so.
That's honestly my biggest fear right now is not having a vehicle. I've had this placement with my daughter's mom for going on 7 years, and I've never missed a pickup or drop off. So
we're not trying to make things any worse than what you got. It's like I said, you're moving forward from today. From this, you can start to move past this. We'll move this out, and then
it's a tow truck.
I'll have you put your
is that the Volkswagen
ATV back in or three-wheeler back in.
I don't know if it is or not. I got it towing.
I talked to the boss. He's under the same assumption. It's going to have to go through the DA's office, okay? All I can tell you on the truck is that we'll do our due diligence to try and get this done as quick as possible. Then we can work on getting it back once the DA gets that request. Right now, you'll be placed under arrest for the reckless and endangering safety for the 2 occupants and the hit and run causing injury. I'm not worried about the obstructing or anything like that from the prior contact.
When can I expect to get my phone back then, too?
Between you and I, my first priority is to get your search warrant done on your truck. Any other questions?
Timeline on that?
I should have your phone downloaded sometime next week. Tomorrow, my focus is on your truck tomorrow. This will be a book and release. You'll just get a court date. I could hold you in jail, but I'm not going to.
I know. So I just trying to make sure, with the business,
if there's a way that you can figure something out for a few days next week, and then, I'll obviously run it by the
vehicle. That's the issue. I don't have another truck or anybody that has a truck that I could use to pull trailers for work.
Right. But unfortunately, that's where we're at. Buckner, get some cuffs?
I do.
I'll just put them on in front.
I don't know, man. Maybe you should have thought about that before leaving the scene. You know what I mean? Maybe if you didn't leave the scene, you would have swapped insurance, and, you probably would have got, your insurance probably would have went up, or you would probably paid a little bit out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? And that would have been it. But now, your truck's getting taken away. You're probably gonna lose your job by the sounds of it. You're not gonna be able to make your bankruptcy payments or whatever you're saying. And now you're probably going to jail, and you're probably gonna pay an attorney some crazy amount of money. when you could have just paid a lot less. You know what I'm saying? And you also wasted a lot of time too, trying to cover up your tracks, and they still found out. So it was all for no reason.
That way and do it.
Yep. Tell you what, you're not going to cause me any problems, right?
Let's walk.
No, I feel like I've been more cooperative this whole time.
Obviously, you've been, sounds like mostly cooperative with us today, so, you know, I don't need to parade you in front of all your neighbors or anything like that.
1095.
Can you shut my garage door and then just come out the back of the garage for me, please? Thank you.
When we're all done? Yes. Oh, we'll get the seat back for you here.
All right, real discreet. Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
A copy of the search warrant will be left on your, probably on your refrigerator, okay?
Okay.
And then I'll try and be in contact with you if we can get that stuff out to you.
All right, thank you.
All right?
Is it cool enough?
Yeah, we're good. Oh, can you let them know that my gun is next to my bedside? That just shouldn't be an issue. It's not loaded.
Okay.
It's a short barrel shotgun. It's not loaded. It's not loaded. It's a short barrel.
Okay.
I just
look, you choked.
there's been a lot of strange cars driving by this last week. Ever since
I think it just went in my lungs. The lemonade.
my name was posted on the Facebook page, I've had some weird traffic. 2 vehicles that were recording as they went by.
Oh, snap, dude, that hurt.
Not cops. That's on the camcorders too, and I could point that out to you, but
That was crazy.
it's just a little fishy, so.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Hey, Jason, I talked to you for a minute. There's one question I want to clarify with you, and it's just about occupants of the vehicle. But you're currently in custody, so I got to read you your Miranda rights. I just want to clarify if your daughter was in the vehicle or not.
No.
I know you mentioned something about picking her up on Friday, so that's why I just want to clarify if anybody else was in the vehicle. So I'm just going to ask you that question, but I got to do this before I ask you that, since you're in custody. It says you have the right to remain silent. Realizing that you have these rights, are you willing to answer questions and make a statement? And it's just about what I just explained to you about the occupancy of the vehicle is all I'm asking about.
You mean about the occupancy of my vehicle?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. If you could just sign and date and time, then I'll sign on the bottom there.
Is it a possibility to get a taxi once I get out of here?
10:26. Yeah. You get free phone calls here if you can figure that system out or the process there. Okay, so you dropped her off at school.
Yeah, I was already on the way home.
Okay. What number do you need me to reach out to?
Seth.
That you're giving me permission to go on your phone. Now, that's-
All right, well then don't. I guess don't. I appreciate you saying that.
My guy's hitting your guys. Your guy injured?
I mean, if you had his number, I can...
I don't know the I'll call. I'll see if I can call a taxi when we get out of here.
Okay.
I guess, yep.
All right.
Based on Jason's existing charges, it appears he did not have his daughter in his vehicle at the time of the incident. Jason faced 2 felony counts of first-degree recklessly endangering
Yep, for sure.
Endangering safety, and 1 misdemeanor count of a hit and run. About 7 weeks after the incident, Jason signed a signature bond for $2,250 to ensure presence in court. He entered a plea of not guilty to all counts. 5 months later, Jason took a plea deal and got 1 charge of recklessly endangering safety dismissed. For his other endangering safety and hit and run charges, he was sentenced to a total of 5 years of probation, which would start with 90 days in jail full Huber, meaning he is permitted to leave jail for certain circumstances, like work. He has to complete 150 hours of community service within 2 years and must pay over $6,700 in restitution to the owner of the Volkswagen, who was in the passenger seat during the crash. As for the other driver, they pled no contest to their no passing zone and operating on a suspended license charges, resulting in over $400 in fines. However,
Oh, dang, the passenger was...
they seem to have continued to not pay their fines, as they racked up more operating on a suspended license charges. Interestingly, they pled no contest to a hit and run, specifically for property adjacent to a highway, almost exactly 1 year after the incident in this video. While researching, we also found that the truck involved in the crash is currently up for sale on Facebook for just $15,000.
Who's gonna buy this car? I'm not.
if anyone's interested.
Nah, dude. Hey, W video, W promo for the truck, but respectfully, you can have it. I don't want it. I'm good. No, but yeah, man. Hopefully all you guys did enjoy this video, man. Don't be like this guy. Don't be a pathological liar, because people like that come across as pretty crazy, pretty bonkers. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I said this guy is bonkers. But yeah. And I did say I think he was gonna cover up his evidence. You know what I'm saying? And I was right about that. He did. He tried to. But yeah, man. This is low-key a long video, but low-key a good video. Drop a like on this video. Comment down below your opinions. Subscribe and turn on post notifications to become part of the Clutch Gang, man. Let me know what you would do in this situation if you were the guy, or, you know, if you went through that type of incident. Would you just stop and take the L? Because I think that's what you got to do. You know what I mean? But you let me know. And yeah, man, sub up to the channel. I would appreciate it. Until next time, man, it's been more Clutch. Peace out, y'all. Thank y'all for watching to the end.